Hey guys, welcome to another brand new episode of Renewed. We got something really cool, and honestly, it's really cool. I won't say anything more about how really cool it is, because that'll give away how really cool it is. Make sense? So, there's a funny story about this one. It is a thrift store buy, okay? And I'm always going to say, always check out your local thrift stores, because you never know what you're going to find. Okay. Girlfriend needed a new sewing machine. Okay. So I took her to the thrift store because I said, oh, all we can afford is right now a used one. But as long as it's, works and it's better than what she's got. So I bought her the newest sewing machine I could find. Also, the cheapest sewing machine I could find. It's best in my price range, okay? Find the happy medium. I got the receipt here for it, okay? I paid for the furniture, okay? There you go. There's a hint. Sewing machine, $59.99. Okay, have you ever tried to go buy a new sewing machine nowadays? They're a down payment on a decent luxury car, I tell you. So I paid $60. So right now, we're going to show you what it is. Yeah. There it is. It was manufactured in 1882. It's 141 years old. And I was joking. I did not get this for the girlfriend to actually use. Okay, real story was we were going to a thrift store. That is what I got it. I did only pay $60 for it. All that actually happened. And we were just walking through, just kind of looking. We were going to on a little day date. We went to the zoo, stuff like that. And we found this New Home brand. Says it right there. Look at that woodwork. Okay, I'll really show you the rest of the details a little bit later in the video. But New Home brand, 1882. First year the New Home brand was manufactured under that name. Little snippet of information that I looked up earlier that I can't remember is going to post right there. Okay. So this was the first year they went under the New Home brand in 1882. They were bought out in, I believe it was the early 1920s by Free Corporation, or it might have been 1920s, 1930s, by the Free Corporation. And then they were owned, there might have been another company in between, but then they were owned in 1999 by Genome, and that is the brand name that they still go on. They were known as New Home up until 1999, I believe. And then when Genome took them over, they did eventually drop the New Home name. So, hey guys, I gotta interrupt myself here. I got some information wrong, and I have to correct it. Okay. This information is coming from fiddlebase.com about New Home Sewing Machine Company. They were under the name New Home. They were owned by themselves in that regard from 1882 to 1930 under the name New Home. And then 1930 to 1953, they were owned by the Free Sewing Machine Company from Rockford, Illinois. And then 1953 to 1930, 1953 to 1960, that's the right way to do it. They were owned by National. And then 1960 to current, they are owned by Genome. I don't know where 1999 came from. I must have been tired when I did research, and maybe 1999 and on they quit using New Home name. I don't quite know. The link for that will be right here. We're walking around the thrift store and we saw it. Okay, I saw it first. And we did have a standing rule: no sewing machines right now. We don't have the space. We don't even really have the space for this one. But when the girlfriend saw it, okay, I could kind of see the look in her eye. Was like, oh, that's something. And then she was looking through the drawers. I'll show you all the stuff we got in there. And the girlfriend was like, we need to research this. Okay. So I didn't buy it. I broke the first rule of buying stuff. When you have something that speaks to you, buy it right then. I didn't do it, and I got lucky. Obviously, got it. We did some research. Some of you might have seen a TikTok video where I was like out there demanding, some help, some information. I had a couple pictures of it. We did do a little bit of research that I told you guys. It's the first one. We have the serial number. I can show you it, and then that proves. I'll have a link where you can look up the serial number grouping, and that'll prove 1882. First year into the new home name. When we saw that, the girlfriend was like, no, we need it. Okay. We fell in love with it, but we fell in love with it because we know there's somebody out there that can give this the good love and respect and treatment that it needs. And we love it enough to be able to save it from probably going and just ending up at the dump and being trashed. So this is somebody out there. We're able to pass. We're that middle person. We're able to pass this on to the person that absolutely it belongs with. Okay? So with that, we're going to go through the drawers, show you everything we got. Then I'll show you more in depth on the outside and the inside of it. And it blows my mind, and I've already looked through this. Blows my mind. Okay, so now that you've seen this beautiful machine, far away. I haven't shown you up close yet, but don't worry, I will. Just like an automobile, when you're looking at an old car, start in the trunk. It tells a story. So, we're going to start in the drawers. And I'm going to explain what I know, which is very little. Okay? And the girlfriend's going to explain what she knows, which is a little bit more. Because she knows more about new sewing machines. I know nothing about sewing machines. So, first off, we have this, we have thread. Okay. J&P Coats 6 cord, which, if I remember correctly, is really, I don't know about the company, but I know 6 cord thread is a really good thread. Do you agree?
I would say it's standard thread, but it is very interesting the way they make it.
Okay, I was wrong. It's standard thread, but it's really interesting. We're just going to set that right there. Well, actually, let me show you first. See? J&P 6 coat. Yep. And we have here this metal, probably the bottom of the lid. There's no bottom of the box. There's no brand or anything on it. It'll stay in here for now. Seller gets it. That's what I mean. Okay. Then we have, what is this? What is this? Okay, so this looks like I got cut up for scratch paper, but I'll show you the other side here. Doesn't have a date on it. Well, actually it does have a date, but it doesn't have a year. That's ironic. So what we got here, it looks like occupant with their address. I will not show the actual address, but I will show the city. Is Sacramento, California. Looks like Let me see here. There we go. Looks like it's some sort of envelope with advertising on it. I don't know how long ago that would be, but I'm gonna say, looking at the style of ads, we got bring the children to our special Christmas matinee Saturday, December 23rd. Doesn't say year. We got the Davis or All About Eve. Oh, looks like it's a theater advertisement for plays. Yeah, Clark. You got Clark, an advertisement to please a lady with Clark Gable and Barbara Stanwyck. That's pretty cool. We got All About Eve with Betty Davis, Ann Baxter, and Celeste Holm. So if we could look up, and I might actually do that, look up when, I know it came out in December, but when those, looks like, movies were. We might have a general theory, as long as it's not here we're playing a rerun from 20 years ago type movie theater. That might tell us the year. So we'll just put that back in this drawer when we're done, because that's just really cool. And then so what I'm gonna, let me take a brief break. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through each drawer and find the things that I know about, or at least the things that I think I know about, and I'll explain those, and then I'll go back through the drawers, and then the girlfriend can explain the things that I know nothing about, which is honestly some of the coolest stuff in here. We have what we believe to be original equipment. At least one of these, I believe, is original equipment. Not sure about the other one. This one is, unfortunately, look like it's broken. So it looks like some form of awl. And ironically, not all of it is there. And then we have what we believe might be an original maintenance kit for the sewing machine, which is just phenomenal because it's a flat blade screwdriver, and if it's the original one, it's a 141-year-old flat blade screwdriver, and it looks phenomenal. That's really cool, and that is definitely staying with this sewing machine. That's the only way to do it, have it stay with the sewing machine. So there's a couple more things in this drawer that I know nothing about. Well, actually, one big thing. So we're just going to move on from that right now. We got something in here that I'll actually wait. I'll show you what it is after, because it's not related to the sewing machine in a sense of what the item is, but it does tell me a little bit about this thing's traveling history, in a sense. So we'll wait on that. We got another little cardboard box in this second drawer. There's not much in this drawer. And this, in this little box, again, it's just a bottom. Ooh, there's something on the bottom of it. A Merry Christmas, Eleanor, from Father and Mother. It was a Christmas gift or something in here, but that's nothing for the top. But at least we kind of know, potentially, owner's name. It's a owner's name at some point. That's really cool. We have 2 leather belts. Now, if you look at this thing, it's not like a automotive V-belt, you know, or serpentine, or anything like that, or a belt you get for your vacuum cleaner. Some of those have belts, don't worry. This, it's just a little hook, piece of leather. On this end, it's probably gone, or it's just, you know, closed up and you can't see it. But there would be another hole that this would hook into. Okay, and that would make it a belt for running this machine. We have a second belt with no hooks. These belts are probably junk, but I don't know. We are trying to get in touch with a sewing machine repair guy. That this guy is apparently known for servicing older machines, so hopefully he's going to know a little bit more about some of this stuff, and maybe even give us a value, or hopefully he wants to buy it. And if he wants to buy it, I'll let you know. We have some pieces here of the cabinet that we will glue back on. I'll show you where they go. They're going to stay in this drawer, stay in that little box until we're ready to fix that. We have some wire. Not sure what it was used for. Maybe a sewing trick or something. Would you think of a sewing trick that would use a little wire? Or maybe...
No sewing tricks, but if pieces are loose, it could be used for that. Or let me touch it. That could be wire ripped out of old ribbons. Ribbons
Okay.
used to have, some still do, but they have wires that keep them stiff when you make bows. It could be that.
Okay, well, we'll keep that in there. It's just, if it's useful to somebody, cool. Then we have here, this is for star snaps. Tells you your different sizes and stuff here. That's pretty cool for the average seamstress. They would definitely need to know something like this. So that's basically all out of that drawer, except that one item that we're gonna wait till the end of the video because it's not related to the sewing machine aspect. So that way everybody that's just here for the sewing machine aspect can enjoy the video and not have a weird random segment in the middle that they might find boring. So now we're gonna move to the upper left drawer. This has got some cool stuff. Some of this stuff we did not, when we looked through it at the thrift store, we just kind of looked quickly. And when we saw like, oh, it's got everything, that's cool, we gotta have it because it's got everything. We didn't really look through some of this stuff. Okay. This right here, Layton brand cigarette box, the exclusive king size cigarette with the fancy sticker. Unfortunately, it's been opened. No cigarettes in there. I'm not a smoker, but honestly, that would be really cool to find some with still cigarettes in it. It's got some thread, miscellaneous thread and stuff on the inside. But it says right there, Layton, the exclusive cigarette made of natural pure tobacco. The smoking quality is different and far superior to the usual cigarettes. Manufactured by Layton Tobacco Company Incorporated, New York. I looked up this box because I know these are collectors. Okay, I looked up this box. 1940. So that tells me it's probably been in this drawer since 1940. That's pretty cool. I'm going to tell you right now, this guy is not going to go with the sewing machine. Okay, this guy will be sold separately. If you're interested in this, comment down below and I'll get in touch with you. I'll get you information. We'll come up with a price. We'll get it shipped out to you. So that's pretty cool. What we have here, we got a handwritten note. That's cool. Very beautiful handwriting. More of this kind of things. Braid, etc. Large sewing box, 2 boxes. So it says. And I think first off, that's just gonna stay with this machine. And it's just some real, honestly, the original owner, not obviously the original owner is not still around. They'd be 141 plus years old. But original owner's family. Whoever wrote this got some beautiful handwriting. We got here one of said braid boxes. CB Fine Candies from Woodland, California. Unfortunately, there's no candy left in the box. But it does say in handwriting braid etching, I believe. We're double checking.
Braid edging.
Edging. I was close. Okay. First off, that's a really nice feeling box, not gonna lie. Feels like a leather wrap type situation, but it's not. And what we have in here, I will have to double check on some of these things. Oh, that's leather. We got like a leather wristwatch strap or some sort of leather strap like that. We have ribbon and other small material. Definitely been used. And honestly, it feels like if someone were to try and use it now, it'd disintegrate. So we're not going to use any of that. We got some more here. Looks like someone maybe cut a piece of cardboard to fit, or maybe it does. I'm not going to unravel this to see if it's original. There's a couple of those in here. Really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. Here's another one. Again, I'm not going to unravel it to see. Looks like this one actually got taped shut or something. Or actually this one. Oh, we got a tagger on it. It's been stapled, but let's see what the tag says. Origin. Well, I can't read that because there's a staple going through it. Original. Trying to be careful here. Original quality. Original quilting registry. Let's say what down here. Assorted pallet warranted full 4 years, Germany. So I think that means it was made in Germany. This? I don't know. We'll have the girlfriend double check that. Maybe she can pin that down a little bit more. But that's pretty much what we got in here is just miscellaneous threads and material. Again, even though it's probably wouldn't survive being used, we'll definitely keep that with the machine, and this proud new owner can get some fancy historical materials, antiquated materials. We got in here, we got some more ribbon rolled up here. Looks like, again, look like it's about ready to fall. Actually, this one is literally falling apart, unfortunately. A little hole right there. But that'll just sit right here. And then we got a screw. So that'll definitely stay in here because we need to find out where it came from. If it came from this machine, where does it go? Why is it out? I'll check in on that. So we'll put that. We'll actually move this one into the same drawer with the screwdriver that probably took it out several, who knows how many years ago. And we got more black felt, same thing. This one actually is still sealed. I don't think it's ever been unrolled. That's cool. Then we got some more, I don't know. Oh, these are collars. Pieces of collars. I'll have the girlfriend explain more about what these are because I would just say it wrong. Then we got some rayon elastic, Stay Last brand. We have another one of these in here. I'll find it. That is actually a metal cover on it versus a paper. So we believe the paper one is newer. But also it does not look like it's ever been used. It's washable and boil proof from Stay Elastic brand. And then unfortunately it's supposed to say save something that starts with a W, but that part got ripped off, unfortunately. Probably like save whales or something, I don't know. Let's see now. we got some more stuff here in the back of this drawer. Let's see if we got. Oh, did we see this last time?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think you looked at it closely though.
We got some Panko brand 3 yards of cotton from J.C. Penney and Company. Still got the original price tag. Guess how much? 4 cents. That would be like $15 now. We got some more of this material band here. Again, I'm putting the material that I don't know what it is. I'll put it off to one different side. Girlfriend can come on here and explain all of what she needs to explain at once. We got different materials, and more material, and more material, and more material. And let's see here. We got some more thread. J&P Coats Heavy Duty, color 155, extra strong. 40 yards of it if it's never been used. J&P Coats Mercer-sized boil fast. No idea what that means. So we'll put it over here, and if do you know what that means?
I think so.
Okay, then I'll leave it over there. We got more collar material. Here we go. So here's some more of that rayon, 3/8 thick, 1.5 yards. Rayon elastic. Look at that metal band. The fact that the color is still that good, that's pretty cool. Again, new owner, get all of the materials. We got, not sure what this was, but it's not anymore. And then let's see here, we got some metal banding that I will put off to the side here. There's a couple of them, but I'll just pull 2 of them out, so that way I believe, and if the girlfriend will correct me if I'm wrong, but we could both be wrong. So if we're both wrong, put it down in the comments, please. Explain this stuff to us. We believe that these metal strips, I'm not sure what this white one is.
It's just a smaller of the same.
Okay, it's probably a smaller of this, and we believe these are for corsets to kind of, keep the corset sucking everything in and help it keep its shape. So let's see here, anything else we got in this drawer? Just more of the banding, more collar material, old rubber band, I guess. So now we'll move on to drawer number 4. And this guy has just got lots. We got little leather buckles, and it's basically just what we believe happened here is kind of ironic. This person did exactly what I do to cars and tools and cabinets and things I'm throwing away. I take off all the good stuff. And this person looks like they did the same thing. So there's a lot of just fabric and leather and buckles and stuff. Old style bra straps. Old style bra strap clips. Things of that nature. Really cool stuff in here. Some random leather. Looks like some sort of clippy suspender strap thing here, and also still has a price tag on it. Quality something brand, so-ons. Never been used, still wrapped in the original plastic, still got the original price tag. Unfortunately, it does not say, 20 cents. 20 cents, that was probably expensive. I'll put this in the I don't quite know what it is pile. So if the girlfriend knows a little bit more, she can explain it. Because this is just like a walk through time situation. We have a couple of these Boy Needle Company, Chicago, for shuttles. This is basically where your sewing needle stuff will go. These don't have anything in it, but there's some that do. These are just really cool. These are number 4. I'm guessing that's gauge, 4 gauge? No, I don't know. Then it says 40-100 on both of them. So I'll put these. Actually, I'll just drop one. Don't worry, it's fine.
If you want me to look at up here,
Okay.
so I can like look while you're talking and like look at what it is.
Okay. Let me move some stuff here. And I will actually anything the girlfriend wants to go through in this drawer and explain that I already haven't explained, I'll let her do. Because I'm not going to go through everything in the store because it's just basically random fabric and stuff. Belt buckles and stuff like that. But we have these two little, I don't know what. And she'd actually, I asked her earlier, she doesn't know what these are. So anybody know what these are? They look like miniature baseball bats. Like, you know, one's my 33-year-old older brother would use because he's a little shorter than I am. Yeah. So we don't know what these are. There's 2 of them in here. They could be like, I don't know. But they're there. New owner will get them. If you know what these are, just let us know, please. So, I believe that's everything out of this drawer. I mean, there's a lot of just miscellaneous, again, buckle straps, things like that. So if the girlfriend wants to go through and explain stuff in this drawer, have at it. She's sitting right next to me doing some other stuff. So now we got the last drawer. This is a real small one. And honestly, this has got some really cool stuff in here too. A lot of this is also going to be things that I don't know what they are. This, another sewing needle thing. This one actually does have some needles in it. See, I'm not going to take them all the way out. I'd lose them. They'd go up my foot. They'd hurt like a lot. Different needles. This one is empty. We have what we believe to be original thread to the machine, it looks like. The reason you say that is there's some holes in this drawer. There's 6 of them, where it looks like these are just about the right size to fit in there. We have 4 out of the 6. We have, this looks like a maroonish brown, almost like a root beer brown flavor. We got a green. We got a bluish blackish color, and I think the last one is a silverish white. We got dried up beeswax. I'm assuming you use beeswax for what, oil and oil lubrication?
For threads.
Oh, for threads.
Make sure your threads don't fray.
To keep the threads from fraying. Okay. See? I don't know stuff. So then we got, these are cool. We got 2 of these. Cloth tape. Like, look at this. This one's even got the little hard plastic roller, thing to roll it around. Look at this. Like, I wouldn't use it, but it's still hanging on, and it's even got a little sewing needle holding it together. That's pretty cool. There's some writing on it that I can't make out. ACDE or something, and then the L in the middle. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not sure if that's something just somebody hand wrote on there. It does kind of look like that. Oh, there is 3 tapes. There were just 2 of them were stuck together. So then we got this guy. Again, look at it. It's so frail, like it's about ready to fall apart. We have another one here. This one does honestly look like it's in the best shape. Probably the newest. By newest, I mean probably still 50 years old. We have a couple of these. This is for a white sewing machine. White brand, it looks like. So this one probably not original to this machine, but still really cool that it's here. It's just an empty paper. Have you tried the white buttonhole worker? White zigzagger? White pinking shears? All makes sewing machines repaired. So like a... Look like maybe some sort of advertisement. Maybe they held their needles in there. Look like some sort of envelope. Maybe. That's pretty cool. And then these, I'm gonna let the girlfriend explain what these are. But these honestly, well, these are obviously needles. Lighthouse nickel-plated needles made in England. From Morris and Yeomans Limited. And this one's still, there's still sewing needles in here. There's still needles in there. Okay, that's where they're gonna stay. We're gonna wrap it up. If the girlfriend has any more information about these, I'll just put this over here for her to look at. Then we have manufacturer warranted by H. Millward and Sons, Washford, Needle Mills, England. That's a sticker on this. That's cool. Patented H. Millward and Sons patented helix needles made in Redditch. That's small. Redditch, England. Registered U.S. Patent Office. Cruel 5 patent wrappers. J.F. Millward, sole agent, 1857, 10 needles. I don't think it's from 1857. Honestly, it'd be really cool if it is, because this is in great shape. Inside we have Hughes Clark's ONT spool cotton. It's the best. Right there, look at all 2 packs of needles. I don't think they've ever been, well, if they've been used, they've definitely been put back in there, so that's cool. They're all there, it looks like. That's gonna stay in the drawer. We have some other needles in there. We have, oh, this is another thing of needles. Use Clark's spool cotton. It's the best. And this is like, I don't know, like cardboard or something. I don't know. That's, look at more needles. And these are, geez, these are old. I don't know how old, but they're old. Sewing machine people, let me know. If you're not a sewing machine person, you're watching this, pass this along to your aunt, your grandma. Someone out there is a sewing machine person. We have more documentation. Another handwritten note, that is. Cleaned and oiled machine thoroughly. Saturday, June 9th, 1951. That's cool. Again, all of these little handwritten notes, okay, all 2 of them. All the handwritten notes are going to stay with the machine. You know, it's probably, this is the last time it got oiled and serviced, 1951. So, but again, it's a 141-year-old machine. You know, last time it got serviced, it was probably already 70 years old at the time. I'll probably correct that and put the actual age somewhere here. Put that'll go back in here. We got this really cool thing here. Let's see. Kalamazoo. is what it says on here, and it also says patent approved for, and then that's all it says. We believe this might be the predecessor to, what are those called? The roly cutty thing?
Rotary cutter.
Rotary cutter. That would make sense. And if she has a rotary cutter, she's gonna hand one to me to show you.
Just hold your hand over. Just don't show the brand. Right there. No.
This.
And it's like, this is how you uncover the blade to cut it.
So this is cut. This is covered. Don't cut. But we believe this is what this was the predecessor of. Because this is a knife. That's cool. That's a solid brass, except for the blade, obviously. There's little measurements on the blade. I don't know if you can see that right there. Those little dark spots are actually numbers. So it's got little measurements on it. Not sure if this blade was meant to come out or something, but there is a name on it. A.M. Young, and some other words that are covered up. So that's really cool. Like, look at this thing. And that's sharp. That's sharp. That's cool. We got this. This was for what, I'll hand these off to the girlfriend to explain what she believes this one is. Because we're not really sure, but it does have a name on it. Just Right. It's a Just Right brand. That's all it says. And then this, obviously sewing machine people instantly know what this is. I don't. I believe it was for grabbing thread through sewing needles. I could be wrong.
Yes.
Yes, I'm correct. Look at me. So I won't put that over there. I know what that is. I'll put this over here. Now, then we have some really cool crochet needles. Like, super small. I'm not a crochet person at all. My sister loves crocheting. In fact, she gave my girlfriend some crochet needles. Some big old wood ones. I've never seen small metal ones. And a plastic one. This actually looks like it might be a Bakelite one. I don't know if Bakelite came in yellow, though. I could be wrong. Look at these guys. Little crochet needles. So then what else we got in here? We got some loose sewing needles, so I'm going to be real careful grabbing. I'm not going to grab those out because I'll lose them. And then they'll go on my foot. Ask me how I know. We got another awl. This one looks a little bit newer. It's a plastic handle, or maybe it's a Bakelite handle. It might be a Bakelite handle, honestly, because it's kind of getting the feeling that this might have been last used in the 50s. So that would have been most likely a Bakelite, or maybe an early plastic. But if it was an early plastic, I don't think it would still be here. So then we got something that's really cool, and honestly, we were really worried that it wasn't here because it's not complete, and you can't protect your things without the key. And it works. At least the center lock. We tested it on the center drawer. It works. I'll test it later on the other drawers, and then I'll also test it on this top's got a lock on it too. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 locks so far that we found. A lock for each set of drawers on the side, middle, and the top. So that was all the things in the drawer that I know about, other than the one thing that's, again, not going to be explained till the end. So I'm going to take a second here. I'm going to pull out the last thing, give it to the girlfriend. I'm going to put everything away in the drawers here to give her some space, and then she can explain it. So here we go here, save that screw. Well, actually I'll put that screw in with the broken piece of wood. Here's this, baby. The last piecey. Let me put everything away. Put the screw in there. This is cool. Like 141-year-old machine, and it's this complete, and it really honestly looks like someone loved it. And probably the only reason it quit being used is because of the issue that we are having with it, that hopefully the guy that services the machine can kind of tell us about it, or if I'm able to get my camera out later, my little under dashboard scopy looky camera, I'll take a peek underneath because I'm still not allowed to lay down. So we'll put these in these came in the middle drawer. This was the middle drawer. This knife was the middle drawer. These were the middle drawer. We got the documentation. I'll put all the documentation in the same drawer. These, I mean, the two notes, but it sounds cooler to say documentation. Put these in there because that's the drawer that had the least in it. We got this going in here. We got this going in here. This in here. We got the panko cotton stuff from JCPenney. Going in there. We got the rayon going in there. Tape measures going in here. Come here, come back here, come back here. Gotta be careful with those. That one going in here. The crochet needles are going in here. The beeswax goes in there, though the beeswax will probably get tossed, but I'm gonna keep it in there for right now. We got the Layton cigarette package going in there. That's really cool. Like, that is honestly top 5 finds of the year so far. This sewing machine is so far top #1 find of the year. We got that gonna go in there. We got our belts. We got, I'll put the key back. But when I'm going through and explaining the showing the outside, I will show you the locks that work. I'll show you that. Put that in here for right now. Alrighty. Baby, if you want to come over here, so if you're ready.
I'm not ready.
Okay.
We're going to pause and come back to me.
Yep, so we're going to pause. We're going to film some of this out of order.
Okay.
She's doing some more double check-ins on some things. So I'm actually going to just show you. We're not going to go out of order. I tricked you. I'll show you the outside. I'll show you the key working. And now that I said that, the key's not going to work. But I'll show you the outside. I'll show you the machine itself. And then the girlfriend can explain some of the real cool stuff, the attachments that we found with it. Yeah. Find a machine 141 years old. And find the attachments still with it. I dare you. Okay, so I showed you earlier where it says new home. But that is hand crafted. 1882. They didn't have a machine crafting that. That's done by hand. Look at that. That hole in the middle, that's the lock. There's the other lock there. Look at the other side. Look at that. Look at that. And then both sides. On the sides of the drawers. Those are the drawers. Hand carved. That's gorgeous. Okay, look at the foot pedal. Look at that. Like, that looks absolutely stunning for 141 years old. Okay, look at that. All right, check this out. I can show you while getting my earth pounder in there. Look at that. Listen to it. There's a crunchy because that's plastic on the ground. No squeaks. It does bind up a little bit on the belt right here. We'll have to take a look at that. Something ain't done right there. But then there is something missing here, I'm assuming. I have honestly been looking on the internet, not even seen a picture of one of these completed. But I have seen on some sewing machine Facebook groups people posting the machine out of this. So that's pretty cool. Let's see here. We'll get our lock, get our key. I'm going to show you with the drawer open. See, there it is. It does feel a little worn out. Let's try this guy here. I can feel the lock moving, but the lock might need a little lubrication, or maybe I just don't have the drawer lined up right. I don't know. But I can feel it moving. See? And now it's locked. Bottom ones don't lock. So? And it's still locked. There we go. So, there we go. Hear it? Locked. Unlocked. This one maybe not working so well. Or actually, yeah, this lock might not be working, but get this girl open there. And then you can, yeah, we got one lock that's down for the count. But you know what? 141 years old, that's fine by me. So let's get this light up on here now. Look at that. Look at that. It's still got, that's cloth there. It's not even a rip in it that I can see. You know, a little fraying at the edges, but. So like we said, it does not, the latches for holding it up aren't seeming to be working. Sorry about slapping the camera right then. So we will get that looked at. Obviously that's got to get taken care of. The machine is heavily dusty. I haven't even washed it. It's fine by me. Look at this. I will have the girlfriend actually pull it out. Sorry. And then we will show all the stuff and she can explain all of it because I know about this much. I know it's got a pulley and I know it's got a crankshaft of some sort in here. That's probably not the sewing term for it. And I know the needle goes and that's about it. But just I'll show you some of the beauty stuff on it. Look at that. That's kind of hard to see actually with the light right there. But look at that. Look at that. Again, see, it's not latching. But look at that. Look at all that. Just phenomenal. So now I'm gonna cut to girlfriend showing the stuff that I found in the drawers that I don't know anything about. And then we'll come back to here. She can explain what we got going on in here. Man, this thing's cool. Oh, we do have one little snippet. That's broken. There's a, right there, where it goes. Yeah.
So first we're going to show the box. It still has the original purple velvet in there. There are a couple of divots you can kind of see right there, but there's no rips or tears or anything. It's in pretty decent condition. We have the original screwdriver that came with this accessory kit. And then I will just show these couple other things real quick. This is the thread that he was talking about. Mercerized means it's treated with tension and chemicals, so it's a little bit stronger than normal cotton thread. Boil fast is a different kind of treatment where it's basically a color treatment. So if you're washing your fabric in boiling water after you make a garment, you want to boil it to clean it. The thread won't lose its color, the ink won't leak out of it onto your fabric. These guys are most likely from a company in Chicago. He has several different patents. He didn't make needles as far as I know. The company just made these boxes. And he actually has the first patent for something that makes it easier to sell needles in a time when you didn't really have an inventory system. So if you didn't know the specifications of your machine for yourself and you just go to the store and ask them for a needle, they might give you the wrong one, which could break your machine. It could sew through your finger if it's not attached correctly, whatever. We will insert a picture of a diagram of that right here. These guys, there are some needles in here. I believe he showed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I did.
These, as far as I know, are produced between 1930 and 1950. They're nickel plated, as you can see, and I believe they made 3 different types of needles. They made these sharps, which is just a standard sewing needle. They made darning needles, and they made embroidery needles. This is just another extra bobbin cover, basically.
And that came in the accessory kit?
That came in the accessory kit, but it may have come with the machine and was put into that kit for storage. This guy right here is called, let's see, there he is. This is called a tatting shuttle. It goes under the machine, under the plate, and the needle would come into it like this from above. This is basically
predecessor.
One of these. This is the modern equivalent. This is a bobbin. You wind your thread on here, and on this one it's in the middle there. And that basically locks your stitches together, so as you're sewing, it's not just coming apart right away as it goes through the machine. Let's see, I did that guy. Ooh, this guy and these go together. Sits right about like that, I believe, in the machine. This is called a ruffler foot. So that would take lace or trim or whatever of some kind. If you want to make small pleats, you don't want to really measure them out yourself. This would help you do that evenly and smoothly and keep your lace from ripping.
So you can like set your
so you can basically, yeah, you
measurements?
can kind of set the distance on that. It does have a wheel there to help you out with your sizing. And then, let's see, I believe this is the last piece. This is called a tucker, and that basically just makes a kind of a pleat. It's sort of like a half pleat and a half hem to kind of help you take in clothing or just make it look fancier with strips of fabric or whatever you have. This one, it folds in the middle there like that, and then they're attached up to about here, and then it's two separate pieces here, two different clips. These are most likely garter belt straps. You would sew these onto your belt or whatever garment you wanted, and then this end you would attach to your stockings so they don't slip down. And then this one, I believe, is a men's sock garter, but I could be incorrect about that. I'm not really sure what the material is. It just feels kind of hard. And then this guy. And this, I won't be able to show the whole length because I'm too close. This is the corset boning, but with the length of it, it's about 37 centimeters. And a corset boning is normally between 30 and 32, so this is probably for someone that wanted to make a girdle, which sits lower on your hips. It's more for your butt instead of your stomach.
So first off, I have to retract a previous statement where I said the cloth in here wasn't ripped. I didn't notice the big rip right there. I don't know how I didn't notice. Second off, we actually just figured something out here. See this? That we didn't know what it was and we knew it was broken? There's a pulley and a groove back here. And that groove also happens to, see that hole right there? And there's a groove underneath here. So as you open the door, it puts tension on that strap, and that strap is what pulls up and holds the machine in place. So we might have to get creative on that. If we can't find a leather strap, maybe we can make something else work. But now I'm gonna fold this bad girl up, and I'm gonna hold it in place here while the girlfriend talks about what everything does and shows off that gorgeous artwork.
Okay, let's
and
see.
And shows the serial number.
Let's see if we can get the light a little better. Kind of washes out the green. I wish we had a white light. There is green.
Holy cow.
So if I get really close, that's going to be gold paint. Very likely real gold. And green and red. And depending on if we're correct about the age of this machine, that green paint is probably arsenic paint, so we need to wash our hands when we're done.
Hey guys, I gotta interrupt. Okay, it's important this time. Safety-wise, very important. Okay, that green that she was talking about, it's Scheele's green, and it is arsenic. We don't know if our sewing machine has Scheele's green. We are going to treat it like it has Scheele's green, which means it has arsenic. Now, it is up to the buyer to look into how to properly handle that situation. How to, what treatment do you wash your hands? What do you do? Do you wear gloves? What do you do? Okay, it's up to the buyer. I will not be held responsible. That's why I'm not going to give any medical care information because I don't want to be held responsible. So do your research, if you're the prospective buyer, figure out what you want to do. Back to the show.
Because I didn't realize it had green on it either.
Okay. I was going to go lick my fingers.
Yeah, it's very pretty, very deadly. If you ever find anything that's made, honestly, just to be safe, I would say in 1970s or earlier, wash your hands and have it tested if it's green. If it's green painted or dyed. This right here, you would take the rope off of this pulley and you would put it on this guy It would just go around like that. And that right here is where you would put your bobbin. And as you run the machine, this would turn and wind the bobbin instead of this turning to run the machine. And this right here, we do have an extra knob. I'm not quite sure what that is on this machine, but on a more modern machine, that would be a stitch tensioner.
Okay, and also I want to show this real fast. Everything, it's gummed up, definitely needs a servicing, but everything still does exactly what it's supposed to do. So, anywho's, now back to her explaining.
Alright, here, if I can get it to clear up, there it goes. That is our serial number. That's the manufacturing specs on the plate, different sizing. Over here you have the company's stamp and the date.
And that serial number, if you couldn't read it, is 2674863. And that link that I put earlier that shows the serial number years, you can look up that grouping and it'll tell you the age.
So the serial number, when we looked it up, said it was 1882. Back here you can see that it says 1887. So that could mean that these two plates are separate. So that could mean maybe this plate was replaced, or maybe this plate came off of an older machine. We have no idea, but I'm pretty sure that it's this plate that got replaced because the coloring and the artwork and everything seems pretty consistent with the date that matches the serial number. Let's see if we can get a good shot on the front.
Look at all that.
There we go. There we go. So the paint is obviously cracked, but if you're 140 years old, you're going to be cracked too. And if we, let's see if we can get this guy to move, you can see the movement there is a little choppy, but not too bad. The needle goes in pretty smoothly.
I can even feel this moving too.
Okay. So your thread would come, you would have your spool here. It would come over this. I'm not sure if it would go through here, if there was supposed to be a piece on top. I don't really know much about this machine yet. And then it would come up through here, and then down through this notch. Right here you can kind of see the wear line where a thread's been rubbing on it.
For 100 years.
It would go, why are you not focused? There we go. It would go around the back of this, and then up and through here, and this helps to keep your stitches tight so nothing unravels. And let's see, the lever, where's the lever?
Right there.
Back here is still nice and smooth, foot up, foot down. And the needle actually even looks pretty darn good. Nothing, there's no bends, there's no nicks in it. And it's the appropriate needle for this machine. So that I think is kind of cool too.
Servicing holes.
Go ahead, those are for oil.
Okay, so there is several servicing holes. I'll fold this down so you can see a little bit better. Got one there. You got one up there. And then you got one up here on the top. So this machine honestly is in really, really good shape. That, yeah, it does look like maybe that plate got replaced, which is unfortunate, but it also, you know, there's going to be replacement parts on a machine that old. So that's our machine. What we're going to try and do is get the sewing machine repair person. We have one that my girlfriend's grandmother has graciously been in contact with, that she knows and trusts and works on several older machines. And we're going to try and get an arrangement with him so we can go in and have it professionally looked at and see, you know, can we get this style belt again, because the belt needs to be replaced. And then once we get the belt on and get the machine serviced, oh, you bet we're going to have more videos. And this is also going to be for sale. I will have an asking price thought up after we get it viewed by the sewing machine person, because we want to make sure that we sell it for an appropriate value. You know, we don't want to overprice it, and you know, we're not that type of people. You know, we'd rather sell things for a little bit under what they're worth. So, like I said, it'll be for sale. There will hopefully be some more videos on it. If we're told that, hey, someone can service it, then we'll have a video of us, you know, cleaning up the paint job, and maybe if we can get the replacement leather strap, or if we can make one, that we can get it locked up in place. And I would love to actually get a video of it being used sewing something. So if you guys are interested, hit that like button, hit that comment button, tell me things I don't know, tell me I'm wrong, and tell me the right facts. You know, give us more information. If you know more information, share it with your friends. Okay, if you work for a museum and you're looking for a period correct sewing machine, I got you right here. Hey guys, I apologize. Due to memory constraints on the editing device, we cannot have the little snippet surprise thing I wanted to show you at the very end. So that will have to be its own separate video. But don't worry, it'll take me like 10 seconds to edit it and throw it up. So the little short guy, I will put the link down for that one down below in the description. Please check it out, it's pretty cool. Nice little piece of history right there. So with all that being said, keep on renewing and go have some fun.